"Watch the cutter with Mrs.," I muttered, word control gone into her hair. "If you must know," she said, "you do it the wrong way." "Show White Ray. All in good time," responded the spooneret. "Siva ascendis, pulsata brulans, kitsulans, dementissima, elevator clatterans, pausa, clatterans, populus in corridoro, hanc nisimos mihi adimit nemo, juncia puellula, jo pensavo fondissime, nobserva nihil quidquam." But of course in another moment I might have committed some dreadful blunder. Fortunately, she returned to the treasure box. From the bathroom, where it took me quite a time to shift back into normal gear for a humdrum purpose, I heard, standing, drumming, retaining my breath, my Lolita's oohs and gees of girlish delight. She had used the soap only because it was sample soap. "Well, come on, my dear, if you're as hungry as I am." And so to the elevator, daughter swinging her old white purse, father walking in front, nota bene, never behind, she is not a lady. As we stood now side by side, waiting to be taken down, she threw back her head, yawned without restraint, and shook her curls. "When do they make you get up at that camp?" "1:30. She stifled another yawn. 6. Yawn in full with a shiver of all her frame. 1:30, she repeated, her throat filling up again. The dining room met us with a smell of fried fat and a faded smile. It was a spacious and pretentious place with maudlin murals depicting enchanted hunters in various postures and states of enchantment amid a medley of pallid animals, dryads, and trees. A few scattered old ladies, 2 clergymen, and a man in a sports coat were finishing their meals in silence. The dining room closed at 9, and the green-clad, poker-faced serving girls were happily in a desperate hurry to get rid of us. "Does he not look exactly like Quilty?" said Lo in a soft voice, her sharp brown elbow not pointing but visibly burning to point, at the lone diner in the loud checks in the far corner of the room. Like our fat Ramsdale dentist, Lo arrested the mouthful of water she'd just taken and put down her dancing glass. "Course not," she said with a splutter of mirth. "I meant the writer fellow in the Dromes ad." Oh, fame! Oh, femina! When the dessert was plunked down, a huge wedge of cherry pie for the young lady and vanilla ice cream for her protector, most of which she expeditiously added to her pie, I produced a small vial containing Papa's purple pills. As I look back at those seasick murals, at that strange and monstrous moment, I can only explain my behaviour then by the mechanism of that dream vacuum wherein revolves a deranged mind. But at the time it all seemed quite simple and inevitable to me. I glanced around, satisfied myself that the last diner had left, removed the stopper, and with the utmost deliberation tipped the filter into my palm. I had carefully rehearsed before a mirror the gesture of clapping my empty hand to my open mouth and swallowing a fictitious pill. As I expected, she pounced upon the vial with its plump, beautifully coloured capsules loaded with Beauty's sleep. "Blue!" she exclaimed. "Violet blue! What are they made of?" "Summer skies," I said, "and plums and figs and the grape blood of emperors." "No, seriously, please." "Oh, just purpils. Vitamin X. Makes one strong as an ox or an axe. Want to try one?" Lolita stretched out her hand, nodding vigorously. I had hoped the drug would work fast. It certainly did. She had had a long day. She had gone rowing in the morning with Barbara, whose sister was waterfront director, as the adorable, accessible nymphette now started to tell me, in between suppressed, palate-humping yawns, growing in volume. Oh, how fast the magic potion worked, and had been active in other ways, too. The movie that had vaguely loomed in her mind was, of course, by the time we water-treaded out of the dining room, forgotten. As we stood in the elevator, she leaned against me, faintly smiling. "Wouldn't you like me to tell you?" half closing her dark-lidded eyes. "Sleepy, huh?" said Uncle Tom, who was bringing up the quiet Franco-Irish gentleman and his daughter, as well as 2 withered women, experts in roses. They looked with sympathy at my frail, tanned, tottering, dazed Rose darling. I had almost to carry her into our room. There she sat down on the edge of the bed, swaying a little, speaking in dove-dull, long-drawn tones. "If I tell you If I tell you, will you promise? Sleepy, so sleepy, head lolling, eyes going out. Promise you won't make complaints. Later, Lo. Now go to bed. I'll leave you here, and you go to bed. Give you 10 minutes. Oh, I've been such a disgusting girl, she went on, shaking her hair, removing with slow fingers a velvet hair ribbon. Let me tell you. Tomorrow, Lo. Go to bed. Go to bed, for goodness sake, to bed. I pocketed the key and walked downstairs.